Dear students, hope you all are fine. In the previous class, we learned what is an interview, the types, how to research and conduct interview. In today's class, we will learn about the do's and don'ts at the time of interview and the basic principles of interviewing. Curiosity is the key to understand any concept. Hence, appropriate questions lead to quenching our thirst for knowledge and information. The great personalities like Swami Vivekananda, Jesus Christ, E.V.R. Peria raised many questions to the society for its upliftment. Questions are the base for interviews. What are the do's and don'ts? Come, let us learn. Do your research. Know as much as possible about the person and the topic. Otherwise, you may come off looking like a bit of an ill-informed dolt. It helps in asking the most important questions. Don't rehearse or go through the questions and answers in advance. Although you may like to know how they are going to answer questions, if a person has just answered your question off air, it is human nature not to repeat themselves to your face again on air. The best and most spontaneous answers are generally the first answers. Try to quickly put the person at ease. Since most people are nervous around cameras and microphones, you may want to ask some easy questions at the beginning. Maybe even questions about their hobbies, work, kids that you fully intend to cut out of the taped interview. Just to get the conversation flowing, the interview should be a conversation, not an interrogation. If the interview is being done live in the studio, make sure that the person can't see themselves in a monitor. For non-professionals, this can be a major distraction. And whenever the interview is being done, try to get the person's mind off the people and equipment being used in the production process. Listen to the person's answers. Many interviewers are so intent on the television process or jotting down notes and formulating the next question that they do not really hear what the person is saying. This also means that you may have to at least temporarily abandon your list of questions and immediately pick up on something unexpected that was said. Think in terms of sound bites. This means asking questions that will evoke personal emotions and not just factual responses. Conceal your agreement or disagreement with the source. If you don't, you may skew the answers you are getting. Simply look intensely interested in what the person has to say without nodding or frowning. If you come across as disagreeing with an answer, the person may thereafter either steer clear of contentious answers or grow hostile. According to Public Radio's Diane Rehm, you can catch more flies with honey than with vinegar. Bullying sources or using coercion often backfires. If you are taping the interview, let people know if their answers sound rehearsed. This can be cut out later while editing. Often people who know they are going to be asked certain questions during a recorded interview will rehearse their answers. This comes across as stilted and insincere, not to mention rehearsed. Generally, people will take your advice and try to be more spontaneous. Make sure that terms, abbreviations, or concepts that the audience may not be familiar with are explained. You may even have to briefly interrupt the person being interviewed to ask what a term they are using means. During an interview with a production person, you may need to interject NLE, that's non-linear editing. Ask the same question in different ways in recorded interviews, especially if it's a key question. This will give you different options during editing. Try non-question questions during tragedies. If a person has just lost a loved one, for example, don't ask, "How do you feel right now?" "How do you think they feel?" Instead, you might say, I can't imagine what you're going through right now. This not only shows empathy but opens the door to a broader range of answers. Use the source's own language in eliciting responses to questions they're trying to dodge. If they say, I can't talk about that, try, when can you talk about it? Or why can't you talk about it? Avoid two-part or double-barreled questions. Not only is it hard to remember both questions, but they may just answer the question they are most comfortable with. The interviewer should also guard against intentional falsehood, faulty memory, lack of information, etc. on the part of the interviewee. For interviewing a personality, the mannerisms, both physical and verbal, should be noted. In the news interview, the emphasis is on what the person says, whereas in the personality stories, the manner in which the man speaks is also relevant. The purpose of the interview is to reveal the personality or the achievements of the interviewee. It is necessary not to cause any kind of personal annoyance or hurt his or her feelings. The interviewer should always enjoy the confidence of the interviewee. In certain circumstances, the interviewer can show the draft of the story based on the interview to the interviewee. The promise to clear the story makes it easier for the interviewer to get free and frank answers. It also enables him to check errors and avoid misreporting. This is important for the beginners as well as for the interviewer to get rid of any technical or legal complications. Pictures are a very important component of every interview. Hence, it should not be forgotten, and also do not forget to ask for the interviewer's consent. Now we will come to know how to convert interview questions into news story. See, you studied all about interviewing, but now as a reporter, your job is to convert those interview questions and answers into a news story so that it gives an added advantage to your news organization. Now that we have studied enough on interviewing and how to conduct it with proper research, it is mandatory to know how to write it down and for a piece. Usually, interviews will be in question and answer format across some sections of the newspaper or the magazine, but it is also important to know how to convert it into a newsworthy content. Mastering that art and learning how to write a good interview article can translate into a great new skill for beginners as well as seasoned journalists. Anyone can benefit from brushing up on the basics because these are among the main types of pieces published in magazines or newspapers. The title. When writing an interview into a news story or any other type of article, it is important to make sure you have a great title that makes readers want to read your piece. The title should be between 4 and 9 words. Organize your data. If you use a recording device, you might want to consider hiring a transcriptionist to put the recording into writing for you. Review the transcript. Now it is time to review your transcript or notes. Identify broad subjects that stick out to you. Is anything mentioned twice, 3 times, or with great passion? Try to gather at least 3 to 5 broad subjects from this first reading. In case of any doubt, you can go back with a quick phone call to clarify these high points or get additional information. Narrow your focus. Narrow down these broad items. This is a good time to reread the assignment from your editor, or if you are working on something you have pitched to an editor, read over your own pitch. If you have not even pitched the idea, or if you are just flying with this, go back to your original notes. Pull out and refine these broad subject areas and place them temporarily in your transcript as your subheads. You can rename them to catchy subhead titles now, or you can wait until you have a finished product so you can be sure the subheads really grab the gist of the subject area. Cut and paste. Use cut and paste function to pull the interviewee's quotes about each topic into the appropriate subhead area. Of course, this is easiest if you transcribed the interview recording yourself, but plenty of software programs out there lets you scan and edit a transcript typed by someone else if you didn't receive it in a word processor file. Pulling the subject's words out of the chronological order in which he or she spoke to them. In fact, it is ideal to rewrite the profile. It is not necessary to pull out whole paragraphs. Practice your craft. By now, you should have 3 to 5 subtitles depending on your target length and some great quotes about each of those topics. It is time to tell your readers why all the subtitles are important. Use transitional phrasing such as Mr. Blank agrees or Miss So-and-so makes this clear when she, to move into your subject's quotes. Finish out the paragraph, subtitle or idea with more research or exposition and wrap it up or transition it to the next subtitle. Write your introduction. This step depends on your own writing style and preferences. Many writers prefer to do this first before fleshing out the subtitles. It can establish some internal guidelines for the subtitles and help you get things sorted out in your own mind as to where you are going with the story. But whether you do it before or after you flesh out your subtitles, introduce the subject, her history, and the background of your piece. The introduction should reflect on the article in general, and it should also frame the interviewee in some way. The beginning paragraph should explain who the person is that you're interviewing, what they do, where they live, and why they are being interviewed. You can include 1 or 2 quotes from the interviewee. These quotes are called as bites. When you're using direct quotes, you must include the quotations. Now we come to conclusion. Now wrap up things with your conclusion. It often alludes back to the introduction or some interesting part of the interview. You can also use it to give a look ahead to the interview's future plans. Now reread, revise, rewrite, and repeat. Tips for editing the interviewed content before publishing. Number 1. Conduct research on your subject prior to interviewing. Number 2. Follow your editor's specifications and listen to that person's take on the interviewee's interest points. Number 3. Allow yourself a day or 2 after the rough draft before editing, if possible. Number 4. Be aware of the word count assigned as you are writing and making edits, if necessary. Now we come to the types of interview questions. Interview questions fall in 2 major categories. The first questions are usually bland and are very formal in nature. These are matter-of-fact questions and may not be exciting, but that can help establish credibility. The second types of questions are the meat of the story. These are intriguing questions with answers and open-ended questions. Now, for example, if you're interviewing any politician, here is a fine art to interviewing politicians. You need to understand their motivation, realize they will have a script, not allow them to complicate matters, refuse to be sidetracked, retain an open mind, know your subject, avoid a slanging match. Remember, You are only there to uncover information in order to inform the public debate. Never do deals. There must be no agreement on the outcome. Your interview should be for the benefit of the audience. Remember, you both have a constituency. Yours is the audience, who you are committed to inform with balanced, impartial, objective, and accurate information. Theirs is the electorate that they represent, made up of people who may or may not have voted for them. You are there to ask questions on behalf of your audience and uncover information in the category of, had it not been for you, the world would never have known. You are not there to look smart or win a battle. A political interview does not have to become confrontational and heated. A good interviewer will draw out the information he or she is seeking without the need for raised voices. You're looking for information that, had it not been for you, the world would never have known. Understand the politician's motivation. Your motivation should be to inform the public debate with robust journalism offering verified and sourced facts that enables the audience to understand better what is going on around them and make educated choices. However, ambition, personal interests, activism, personal gain, revenge, and other personal baggage could get in the way. You have a responsibility to deal with this. This is about integrity. You can't conduct a meaningful political interview without integrity. Their motivation should also be to inform the public debate and to ensure that the needs of all in the community they serve are represented and accounted for. However, party loyalty, fear of losing their seat or position, ambition, ideology, and a host of personal issues could cloud this. Your job is to see through this and cut to the facts of the matter in hand. Politicians are public servants. They have been elected to do a job on behalf of those they represent. Their professional performance is open to scrutiny. You, as a journalist, have a unique role to sit with these decision makers and ask them the telling questions that your audience is not able to ask. You are operating on behalf of your audience. It is your job to dig deep and to uncover facts about professional conduct, how the politician is executing his or her responsibilities, and any personal issues that might prevent them from doing so. He is a famous Bollywood villain. The headline goes by, Tamil cinema is my first love, Sonu Sood. Let us see the interview of Sonu Sood in details now. So here this is a classic example of a personality interview. The headline itself is a quotation from the personality's own mouth. So this is a kind of headline which can be used when we write an interview of any personality. He is a very famous Bollywood villain. So now we will just check out the questions what the reporter has asked. Going by the background of the hero, it has been mentioned about his previous work and for what he has come to the city where he has been interviewed. He is presently in Chennai for a shooting. So the reporter has aptly asked him how he feels after coming back to Tamil cinema after 3 years. The first question goes like this: you're a part of Tamil cinema after a gap of about 3 years. And then the reporter has asked about his experience in Bollywood films and his transition in Kollywood films. Next, the reporter has asked questions about his upcoming projects. So when interviewing any personality, the interviewer should know the interviewee's background and his future prospects. Then only he can focus on the questions and get good answers. Here we have the next interview of an internationally acclaimed dancer who has come down to India to perform her solo performance, which she has been doing for the past 20 years. We'll just go by what the reporter has asked. The reporter has asked about her experience in India as well as in Europe. She is Anna Huber and she belongs to Germany. The reporter has also asked about the theme of her dance and why she loves to do that over the years, and what changes she wants to see in the society through her dance performance. So, these are some of the questions which the reporter has asked to elicit good response which is socially relevant. So, our next personality interview is about acclaimed Commonwealth winner author Geeta Hariharan. Here we can see that the reporter has asked questions about her upcoming novel as well as what motivated her to write this novel. The novel deals with the social fabrics and how the oppressed are suppressed in the society. So she has given her opinion on how she feels about the oppressed in the society. So here we can see that the reporter has asked again socially relevant questions and has not interfered in her personal interests. So this is the details of the interview. So in today's lesson, we have seen how to do an interview, what are the do's and don'ts, the basic principles you should keep in mind while interviewing, and also a sample on how to do a political interview. We have also come across 3 personality interviews published in prominent newspapers and the kind of questions the reporters have asked, which are absolutely relevant as per the theme and the society. There was nothing intruding into their personal life. So this is how you should frame questions when you are interviewing any personality, be it for writing a feature or a news story. In our next class, we will get to know some more interesting inputs about interviewing. Till then, take care. Bye. Thank you.